Welcome to a fascinating journey through 12 countries in Europe and beyond, where mosques simply don't exist. Yes, you read that right. From ancient traditions to isolated lands, we're diving deep into places where the call to prayer has never echoed. Stick with us till the end because these revelations will leave you speechless. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. You won't want to miss the surprises we have in store. Number 12. Liechtenstein. Nestled between Austria and Switzerland, Liechtenstein is a picturesque mountain country with around 40,000 residents. Did you know that despite being in the heart of Europe, there's no mosque here? Over 75% of the population identifies as Catholic, and the Muslim community is tiny, made up mainly of foreign workers. Liechtenstein's history of isolation and its close ties to Catholic Austria meant it never saw large waves of Muslim migration. As a result, no mosque has ever been built in this peaceful principality. However, Muslim residents travel to nearby Switzerland to worship. Number 11. Monaco. Monaco may be famous for its glitz, glamour, and royalty, but did you know there's no mosque here? Despite being one of the wealthiest countries in the world, with a population of 39,000, Monaco has remained steadfast in its Catholic roots. Over 80% of the population is Catholic, and the Muslim community is small, mostly comprising visitors or expatriates. Islam has never had a significant presence here, and with most Muslims traveling to nearby France to worship, Monaco's skyline is dominated by its luxurious buildings rather than religious diversity. Number 10. Andorra. In the heart of the Pyrenees, Andorra is a beautiful and isolated country between France and Spain. With a population of 77,000, more than 90% of Andorrans identify as Roman Catholic, and there is no mosque within its borders. Andorra's location has historically shielded it from major migration waves. The few Muslims who live here are mostly foreign workers, and they have no dedicated place of worship. Visitors to this mountainous paradise might be surprised to find that while Islam is present throughout much of Europe, Andorra has remained untouched. Number 9. San Marino. Did you know that San Marino is the oldest republic in the world? Founded in 301 AD? Despite its rich history, this tiny nation of just 33,000 people has no mosque. Over 97% of the population identifies as Christian, and the Muslim community is nearly invisible. San Marino's deep Christian heritage and small size mean that Islam has never had a strong foothold here. Even today, the few Muslims who live in the area must travel to nearby Italy for communal prayers. It's as if time has stopped in this tiny, history-filled republic. Number 8. Bhutan. Did you know Bhutan, the land of the Thunder Dragon, has no mosque? Tucked away in the Himalayas, this deeply Buddhist kingdom is home to 750,000 people, with 75% practicing Vajrayana Buddhism. Historically isolated, Bhutan has managed to shield itself from much outside influence, preserving its unique culture and religion. Islam is barely present here, with the Muslim population estimated to be less than 0.5%. Despite its peaceful and tolerant nature, Bhutan has no mosque, and Muslims who do live in the country must worship privately. Bhutan's rich religious history goes back centuries, and its isolation has helped maintain Buddhism as the dominant force. Number 7. Nauru. You may have never heard of Nauru, but this tiny Pacific island nation is home to just 10,000 people. And guess what? Not a single mosque exists here. Islam is barely present, with Christianity being the dominant faith. Nauru was colonized by European powers, and its Christian heritage has persisted, leaving little room for other religions. In this remote island nation, where phosphate mining was once king, the Muslim population is negligible, and prayers are usually conducted privately. This small, forgotten country remains a hidden gem untouched by Islamic influence. Number 6. Tuvalu. A tiny island nation in the Pacific with a population of 11,000 is another place where Islam has never left a mark. Did you know that Tuvalu is one of the world's least visited countries? The vast majority of Tuvaluans are Christian, and the country's deep connection to missionaries who arrived in the 19th century has kept its religious landscape largely unchanged. With only a handful of Muslims scattered across the islands, there is no need for a mosque, and Islam remains an invisible faith here. Tuvalu's stunning beaches and tranquil lifestyle seem untouched by the world's religious tides. Number 5. Marshall Islands. The Marshall Islands, a string of 1,200 islands in the Pacific, is home to around 59,000 people, most of whom are devout Christians. Islam is nearly non-existent here, and no mosque has ever been built. Did you know that the Marshall Islands were heavily influenced by Christian missionaries in the late 19th century? As a result, Islam never gained a foothold. Number 4. Kiribati. Kiribati, with a population of 120,000, is another Pacific island nation where Islam has barely touched the shores. Spread across 33 atolls, the majority of Kiribati's population adheres to Christianity, thanks to the influence of European missionaries in the 19th century. The Muslim community is so small that no mosque has ever been built here. While the islands may seem like a paradise, they remain religiously insular, with Islam making no significant inroads. Number 3. Palau, a stunning island nation in the Pacific, with a population of just 18,000. Did you know that Palau is one of the only countries in the world without a mosque? Colonized by Spain, Germany, and the United States, Palau's religious landscape was shaped by Christianity, and Islam never made a significant impact. The Muslim population here is so small that they have no place of communal worship. Visitors to this serene island paradise will find churches dotting the landscape, but no minarets or mosques. Palau stands as a testament to the powerful influence of Christian missionaries and its geographic isolation. Number 2. São Tomé and Príncipe. Did you know there's an island nation off the coast of Central Africa with no mosques? Welcome to São Tomé and Príncipe, a country made up of 2 islands and home to around 200,000 people. With its deeply rooted Catholic heritage, this former Portuguese colony has remained almost entirely Christian. In fact, over 90% of the population identifies as Roman Catholic, and the Muslim population is so small it barely registers. Number 1. Vatican City. Did you know that the Vatican, home to the Pope and the world's Catholic epicenter, has no mosque? This tiny enclave, with a population of just 800 residents, is completely surrounded by Rome. For centuries, the Vatican has stood as the heart of Christianity, with 100% of its population either working in religious service or living as part of the clergy. Muslims visiting Rome must pray outside Vatican walls since no mosque exists here. Founded as a religious stronghold in the 4th century AD, it has remained untouched by Islamic influences, preserving its singular focus on Catholicism. These 12 nations, scattered across Europe and the Pacific, offer a rare glimpse into places where Islam has yet to build a physical presence. Each country tells a unique story, shaped by geography, history, and tradition. If you found this fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this incredible journey through history and culture.